Where is... There it is. Alright. It doesn't want to, like, show up,
Let me
though.
post it to the... It's showing up on mine.
I know, but I'm trying to get it for, like, a tweet.
Oh.
Fuck. Won't let me fucking select it. Can I... I'll just wait till you post it, and then I'll just use it in the fucking... For some reason, my shit's fucking up. Why isn't it fucking... No, it's not letting me fucking get the link. I'm trying to copy the link. Fucking hey, dude. This fucking shit sucks sometimes. Oh, there we go. Copy link. Oh my god, I got so many things open. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And the link doesn't show. Alright, oh well. Lol. Alright. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to A&L Live. We are here with the Combo League team selection. Let's get hyped. I am Avengers. Alongside us, of course, is Lima.
What's up, guys?
Now, couple of announcements before we start. Thank y'all for so much support on our first podcast back. That was amazing. If y'all want to show more support, do not forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. I have a goal for us. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is right now, but I have a goal for our subscriber count. Y'all are awesome. Y'all help us out a lot with coming in the chat and everything. Thank y'all so much for the podcast. And of course, in the description is the main Twitter page for this channel and the main Twitter page for Combo League. Go follow them both. We're trying to build the channel and the league side by side. Hopefully y'all help. But on to it. Alright, we're in the team selections, guys. We're coming up close to seeing what people pick. Who do you think's going in the first one? Who do you think's going first? There's
I think
pretty good teams.
I think people are toying into it or like thinking about it too much. I really think Get Your Game Up's gonna pick the Ravens. You know, just as most people say right now, not necessarily best overall team to pick, but best potentially player on Madden to use. I don't think that he would pass that up.
I completely agree, but even though their cap room for long term is bad, the Chiefs, you have Mahomes, MVP plus Super Bowl winner from last season. You have Tyreek Hill, Nicole Hardman, Travis Kelce, decent D-line, some defensive backs. You have to, of course, build that team, and it's going to be hard with that cap, but I don't know. I could see him swaying to that team also. I could really see him swaying to that team.
Yeah, I can see him picking the Chiefs too, because I remember him being a good pick or a good passer in Madden 20. It only makes sense, and this supposedly being a passing year, it only makes sense for him to come in and pick one of, if not the best passing team on Madden.
Oh yeah. You got speed. You got a good, fucking one of the best quarterback actually in the game. You have great receivers. You got a great tight end. Running backs, that's a little iffy, but you can still use them. You can build them up.
Yeah. All right, so right before we get started with this, our plan is to announce the teams like the normal draft on the stream. If you're watching, please PM me your picks so we can announce them on the stream. We're going to do a little bit of predictions, but there's going to be a little bit of scrambling from us too because I'm going to be doing this and trying to keep up with the teams picked and post them all in the chat, try and tag people when it's their pick. But you do get 5 minutes per pick, which hopefully is enough time for everyone. We're getting pretty close to officially being underway here. And as you guys can see, we are on Madden 20. We tried to put in as close as we could the rosters for Madden 21 with the rookies on them. Obviously not the right devs, but we're going to go through and look at teams as they're picked and give a prediction of a few players. And as it hits 8 o'clock Eastern, we are now officially underway for the Combo League team selection. Get Yo Game Up is now on the clock.
I don't know, man. Some good picks, especially when you're at number 1. A lot of good teams.
Alright, let's see where Get Yo Game Up decides to go. We could be sitting here for another 5 minutes or so. You know, we'll see what people decide to do. If they want to play it and make it more realistic like the real NFL draft, make us sit here for their whole entire pick, even though we already know who they're going to take.
Yeah, but if it was the most realistic draft, we'd have 10 minutes for each pick, and we'd be down to 20 seconds every pick. What's up, Caleb?
Yeah.
Good to see you. What's up, everybody else in the chat right now? Hope y'all are hyped for this. Hopefully y'all talk. Really want this to be like a really good stream. Doing this for y'all. That's the reason why we do this.
And I'm really hoping we don't have to skip anyone. I mean, we're gonna do it if we need to.
What's up,
doesn't
Dalvin?
mean we like doing it.
Oh yeah, but you know, we did a long one not too long ago. What's up, Prophet? You know, we're gonna try to do these as often as possible, but you know, still be realistic as possible. What's up? What's up? What's up? I think he goes Chiefs or Niners. JP is saying Chiefs or Niners in the chat. Is he right? Chiefs or Niners?
Yeah, I mean,
both went to the Super Bowl last season.
I don't know. I just don't feel like I see him taking the Niners. I mean, I guess they do have a lot of good young players, and they could be good for the future, but they've also got a few older players that are good now, but they're just not, and they cost a lot of money, though, and they're not going to be good for that long.
Dalvin Long says Ravens. What's up, Brendan? How you doing? He also says Ravens, so we got 3 Ravens, 2 Chiefs, and 1 Niner. Let's go, Ashley. How's it going? How's it going, y'all? First Raven. Oh, Dalvin's saying the first pick goes to the Ravens and the second goes to the Chiefs. So they're saying you're picking the Chiefs, Lima. They're saying you're picking the Chiefs.
Oh, shit, he's typing in chat.
Oh, he don't want that loaded AFC West, says Caleb. I think a lot of people...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. The pick is in. With the first pick in the Combo League team selection, Get Yo Game Up is going with the Chiefs.
Ooh, the Chiefs won. What did we say? What did I say? Chiefs. Just that is a loaded team. That's the best quarterback of the game. Has a lot of weapons. So, first pick, can't go wrong. you have, I would say about 3 or 4 teams I would say would go first. And I can't say this is a bad pick.
No, I mean, you obviously got the prediction right on the money. It's it's a really good pick for him, because like we were saying, he's a pass first guy, and it's supposed to be a pass first year. So we'll see.
No money, no money. They broke, no way. It's true. And of course, I want to do this thing. Best offensive weapon, Mahomes. I hate to say it, best quarterback in the game. Mahomes is your best weapon. And then on defense, Chris Jones. He's gonna be your main man. I hate to say it, but it's true. He's gonna be your main man, trying to stop the run and pass rush. And it's a stacked team, but like everybody's saying, no money. Is that going to really be, especially in Madden terms, how big of a factor do you think with the cap situation in Madden? It's gonna hurt
Honestly,
him long term.
if you're a good team manager, I'm not worried about it. I'm not, because first of all, yes, the cap is going to hit him long term, but he's got pretty much all those core players locked in place. They're not going anywhere. So, and he can just draft those low overall players and build them all. But with that core, the surrounding pieces with it, I don't think matter too much, especially playing on comp mode this Madden. The Chiefs are, I mean, obviously, since they won the Super Bowl last year, but they're a win now team.
All right, we're on to the second pick, guys. Now we gotta wait for Mr. Lima to tell us who he's got. Seahawks or Ravens is next off the board. They're saying Seahawks or Ravens next off the board.
Yeah.
Are they correct? We will see. Only 10 mil for start though. Who cares about no money? Fixing cap isn't super hard. Well, for some people it is.
I'm just doing some last minute checking in my war room real quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with the second pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Lima is going with the Baltimore Ravens.
Went with the Ravens. Not super surprising. Not super surprising, If the Ravens are there, there's no way you don't take Lamar Jackson. Pretty good all-around teams, good secondary, good decent offensive line. It's not as if KO has Ravens, I'm not following him like I said it was. The Ravens, OMG, the Ravens went second. Another surprise pick, folks. It's not. We all know it's not. That the Chiefs, the top picks, people, in my opinion, are the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Seahawks, and even the Niners. So it's not a surprise that you went over with the Ravens.
Yeah. I know a lot of people were guessing that I was going to go with the Seahawks, and I will say, for the longest time, I really thought I was going to go with the Seahawks too. But actually, in the last day, I really was looking into the Ravens, and I'm just thinking, like, the thing that caught me with the Ravens over the Seahawks is, yes, the Seahawks do have Jamal now, got 3 X Factors, but 2 of the X Factors are getting up there, and I think I'd rather have Lamar Jackson all Madden rather than Russell Wilson for, like, the first part of Madden that he's still good. Because, I mean, I'm sure he'll be there all Madden, but he won't be. He'll probably lose as escape artist once he regresses to a certain point. And Lamar's probably not even going to regress all of the year, so.
Yeah. So next up is KO with pick number 3. Who are you going with? Since 2 top teams are taken out, do you think he's gonna go into one of y'all's divisions, or do you think he's going to go to the NFC? We have 2 AFC teams already picked.
We'll see. I mean, the way he was talking to Chad, it looks like he wants to follow either get your game up at number 1 or me at number 2. So we'll see what he decides to do here. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes either way, but I also wouldn't be surprised because I know there's a few other teams that he really liked. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes his own way, starts up in his own division.
We got two people. It's actually Brendan. Brendan saying Cardinals going at pick number 3. That's a kind of a stretch for me. They have some decently young players, but there's still a lot of holes on that team. Cardinals. JP saying Cardinals also. What else we got? So 2 for Cardinals. I don't know. I could see him going. If he goes over there, though, I see Niners or Seahawks. If he goes NFC, Seahawks or Niners. If he follows, I don't know. Broncos. If he follows, get your game up, and if he follows you, I would say Browns. Browns has a young team themselves.
Yeah. He is a Steelers fan, but I don't know if I see him reaching and taking them this early. I'm not. It wouldn't be such a bad thing, but I don't know. The Browns would probably be the best option if he's going to follow someone.
All right. Caleb saying KO won't follow. Caleb is saying he won't follow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. The 3rd pick in the Combo League team selection, KO is going with the Browns.
Ooh.
Well, it looks like he did follow.
And he went with the team I thought he would. We really thought he would go with, which is the Browns, the youngest team, in my opinion. Have a lot of good players.
They still really do have a great team for Madden. A lot to build off of. Good enough team to win now. And already 3 picks in, and we do have 2 people in the same division already. So we can say the AFC North is already looking like it could be a pretty good division. And still, the 2 other teams open could still be pretty popular too, due to John Ross and rookie quarterback Joe Burrow. Steelers still got some good pieces. But yeah, it looks, and first 3 picks are AFC teams, so like Brendan saying in the chat, it looks like the AFC is going to be stacked.
So pick number 4. Pick number 4. Who do we think? Who are we going with? By the way, the Browns are, have Nick Chubb, major offensive weapon. Myles Garrett for defensive.
Yeah, I don't know all the devs for next year. I don't think they've officially released it. I know sites like Madden School has released most of the players. Obviously, I don't know if it's 100% correct or not, but I'm assuming Chubb's going to be X Factor again. I see the only question I have is about Myles Garrett, because he was X Factor, but they took him off after what he did.
I think he's going to be star. I think he's going to be star.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
But
so, our
pick number 4, guys. Who are we going with? Who's going at pick number 4? Does he follow? Does he start? Still some pretty good teams, but is he going to help stack in the AFC?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. With the 4th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Rel Lewis is going with the San Francisco 49ers.
Not a bad pick at all. Not a bad pick.
I am a little surprised they went this early, but they are still an elite team.
I'm not surprised they went. I'm not surprised because of just their defense.
Yeah,
Just their defense. It really helps. You're gonna have to. You have some pretty good offensive weapons, but you're gonna have to try to help there.
that D line is still looking pretty crazy.
You got George Kittle. That's a major weapon. He's wide receiver at tight end.
He's got that new X Factor, yak him up.
I will say I'm kind of surprised Niners over Seahawks though. Like I said before, three
I
X factors, really good wide receivers, good running back, great running back, great quarterback. That's kind of what makes it surprising that Niners over the Seahawks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next pick is in. With the fifth pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Trey Crisp is going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's a surprise. That's a surprise to me that Tampa goes that high. Like I know got Tom Brady and Gronk, Mike Evans, uh, Devin White. You have a good defense and everything, but that's like pretty old players over there, and their O line isn't what you would want it to be.
Yeah, I do want to say I am a little. I don't want to say excited, but curious to see how it works out with uh, Tom Brady and Gronk there because obviously they're not. It's not a long-term team as of right now.
Hmm.
In that regards, I mean they still have some young players that have a long time to go, but I'm curious to see how long Brady lasts, how long Gronk lasts since he was out and now coming back in. So how long does Madden think that he's going to last before retiring?
Let me ask you this: while we're waiting for Ungwe's pick at number 6, do you think that the Bucks are a win now team, especially without
Of
knowing how
course.
long they're gonna be?
Yeah, of course.
Or do
They're
you,
definitely a win now team. It's the offensive side especially. Defense isn't as ready as the offense is, but if you get, if you get someone who's a really good defensive user on them, as Trey Crisp was last Madden,
oh yeah.
I think he's going to make that defense elite still, and he'll have the weapons on offense to give him a really good shot. All right, so our next pick is in.
Pick number 6.
With the sixth pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Stephen Ungwe goes with the Arizona Cardinals.
Surprised but not surprised. This is Ungwe, and if Kyler Murray has escape artists, you got DeAndre there. You got some young weapons. Isabella, Kirk. Of course, you still got Larry. I would say more that defensive side would be where.
Yeah, but he does. He will have Isaiah Simmons, and he has always been a pretty good user. And having Isaiah Simmons, who I'm sure he's going to move to linebacker, which we will announce later. But since he was a hybrid player, that will be okay. Um, but Isaiah Simmons is going to be a great guy for him to use, and I'm sure he's going to do a lot with Isaiah Simmons.
Do you think it was too early of a pick for them though? Even with how young there's a lot of young.
No,
Do you think it was? You don't think it was too early?
no, I would say, I guess teams it's a little surprised that they go that early, but like this Madden is the rosters are so talented.
Hmm.
It's not a surprise to see a team like that go early like this. All right, so as we wait for Caleb to send his pick in, we've already got two divisions with two teams in them. Already talked about AFC North, but now we got AFC West with Rel Lewis and Ungwe. Um, both of those guys were. Rel was a consistent division winner last Madden. Ungwe won it, I think, twice. So there could be a little bit of fight there so far.
Oh yeah, Ongwe to get back on top and win the division more times this year. But Rel's trying to keep his spot as one of a very talented user. Uh, where do you think Caleb's going? There's
I don't know.
still
I'm
plenty of open divisions.
honestly,
Still
I
good
wouldn't be
teams.
surprised if he picks the Texans here, because as a lot of us know, Texans is his favorite team.
Oh
They
yeah.
aren't as skilled overall, but Deshaun Watson is still a great guy to build around.
Oh yeah, you still have some you have decent receivers, even though a lot of people
Yeah,
don't think so. You got decent
obviously,
some speed, running
obviously the
backs.
thing that's scaring people about him now is the Hopkins trade. Giving him up isn't so bad, but what they got back for him
Was yeah.
is the issue.
But we're not going
And
into
that
that. We're not. We're
no,
not.
I'm just saying from a
Yeah.
Madden perspective, not even a reliable, but like last year a second wouldn't have been that good in the draft, so we'll have to no, it was a second in real life, but so we'll have to see what that team turns into.
And they got some rookies on the Texans that for pass rush that could actually be really good to use and to help J.J. Watt, even in Madden terms, to build on. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Texans is pretty good of a pick. He did say he's got 3 teams he's looking at. Texans probably one, maybe the Seahawks, since they're still there at this point. Tough to shoot.
All right, ladies and
But pick
gentlemen,
is in.
the pick, as Caleb said, the pick is in. With the 7th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Caleb is going with the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh, not a bad pick. Really, really surrounded by talent on that team. Even if you don't like the team in general in real life, it's still surrounded by talent, especially with CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Gallup, defense, Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch, DeMarcus Lawrence. Wanted Eagles,
Yeah.
Cowboys, Seahawks, Texans, Raiders, but they all were there. So 2 of the teams I thought, Texans and Seahawks. But he went Cowboys. Not a bad pick at all. Especially, at pick, 7? He was not a bad pick. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great spot for the Cowboys to go. They're still one of the best teams on Madden. Um, they do have some cap questions or cap concerns, but I don't look at that as a problem on Madden right now.
Oh, no.
They got a great team already to win now, and a lot of those good players are still pretty young, and they'll probably end up lasting all cycle. So I think the Cowboys are a great pick.
Cracked down between Eagles or Cowboys, but linebackers was the cutoff for me. Took them over 395 plus speed wide receivers. That is true. Looking at the Eagles linebackers versus the Cowboys linebackers, you have, I think, in my opinion, more talent on Madden on the Cowboys for linebacker position.
Yeah. So next up on the board we got Jimmy Doe, aka Aaron Tyga. I don't know. There's still a lot of like high teams left because, like we've said, this is a really good year for Madden. So I honestly, I would. There's a few teams I wouldn't be surprised if he picks.
I don't know. I think I'm going Seahawks or Eagles. Actually, I could see him going those.
Yeah, I could see either of those two. If you look, I mean, either of those two teams, he'd be joining someone from the same division as the original combo this year. If he goes to
Yeah.
NFC West, he's joining Ungwe on the Cardinals. If he goes to the East, he's joining Caleb on the Cowboys. So that could be part of the decision too. Obviously, as picks go on, people can see the divisions forming and decide if they want to join a certain user or not, and that could determine someone's pick.
Oh yeah. Who they're going up against? Maybe they want the competition. Maybe they don't. Maybe they want competition, but not as much. You know, of like joining you and KO and whoever else gets in there. Could
Yeah.
be a deciding factor. Teams are a deciding factor, of course. What's the talent on the roster? But there's a lot of talent everywhere, and you know,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. With the 8th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Jimmy Doe, aka Aaron Tyga, is going with the Indianapolis Colts.
ooh, that's a
I'm a
surprise.
little surprised
Yeah,
by
I'm
that.
actually very surprised about that one. That one, I wonder what made his decision for him because you know you're Philip Rivers. You know he's old. He's not gonna last very much longer, and you know the whole team as a whole is very spotty. So I wonder what made him want to go with the Colts.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Colts they're not a bad they're actually a pretty good team to have on Madden, but they're not like with as many elite teams there are.
I wouldn't think
I
top
just don't
10
expect them to be picked this high. Yeah.
in a top 10. You know that's maybe it's O line. Maybe that's the reason. You know they have you got Quentin Nelson leading that, but you still have a pretty decent O
Yeah.
line across. You have a decent linebacking core.
Quarterback situation I think with them is a little iffy just cuz I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, I think we'll have to see how it turns out. But...
Caleb says Jacob Eason cool, but that pick was for the O line
Oh, my
and run
bad.
game
I
only.
wasn't sorry.
With
Teddy B plays
Leonard,
for the Panthers. My
yeah,
bad. I was on someone else.
with Leonard centerpiece on D. Leonard is the centerpiece, but you still have some decent talent. You got Malik Hooker and some, Rocky Sin and a couple younger guys on the cornerback core. So it's not that terrible,
Yeah.
but it's a weird one. It's a weird one. But we'll see what it can do with the team.
All right. Next pick is already in. So next here we got So Clutch at pick number 9, aka Brendan. Without looking at his pick, I could see him going a few different ways here. We still got the Eagles available, Seahawks available, some pretty high up there teams.
Rams, if he goes, you could actually go Rams.
I'd be surprised if the Seahawks are the last team picked in the NFC West. I will really be surprised.
All right.
But all right. Anyways, let's get into this pick. So with the next pick in the Combo League team selection draft, So Clutch is going with the Seattle Seahawks.
Great pick, especially at number 9. I'm surprised they
Yeah.
fell. They fell as far as they actually did.
Yeah. Obviously, I am a little biased, but them getting Jamal, as far as I know, Bobby Wagner still has Enforcer, and I don't know for sure, but I think Jamal Adams is still going to have Enforcer. So if that's true, 2 Enforcers on the same defense is going to be crazy. And I saw that Bobby Wagner has that ability, that his X Factor ability. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something like when he's going downhill to the line of scrimmage, any hit stick will result in a fumble.
Yeah,
That's a pretty crazy ability.
Oh yeah, and especially there's a lot of talent, and that's just I You thinking win now team or still can hold on for the future?
So they're saying Jamal won't have Enforcer in franchise. Okay, well,
Okay, dang.
he still does have high hit power. I don't know if obviously that's not the same as having Enforcer, but
Yeah. You thinking they can still? Is this a win now or a long term team that can win Super Bowls even in, let's say, 4 or 5 seasons?
honestly, with the way they are now, I'd say a little both, but I kind of think you have to win now because Russell Wilson, he's getting up there in age. I mean, I don't think he's going to regress that much in the first few years, but you never know. Like, he is pretty old, and he's at the age where players start to regress in Madden. So I think they kind of have to win now, but they can also get a good replacement at quarterback and hopefully build the defense too to be even more elite and win in the future.
Yeah, a lot of talent on a lot of these teams, especially because of this draft and free agency and everything. I'm really hyped. I can't wait for my pick, but I'm really hyped about where people are going, seeing the seeing the
Yeah.
powerhouses go everywhere. People not being afraid to join those. I can't. I am so hyped to see how this year goes for Combo League. How
Mm.
everybody
Oh,
does.
he's saying Brendan is saying that Jamal Adams has that same X Factor ability Bobby Wagner has. Two of those abilities on the same defense.
Oh,
That is pretty cool.
that's gonna be crazy.
Dude, imagine running against that team. I'd be so scared. But but anyways, all right. So the next pick here is in. We've got again, I still don't know how to pronounce it. Bodorowski. I keep calling him Dalvin. But all right. With the 10th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Bodorowski is going with the Miami Dolphins.
Ooh, not not a surprise actually to me. To see the not Miami Dolphins go, in a top 10 pick, only because of, you got Tua. You do have you have talent. The only thing the thing that gets me, paying, you have the two highest paid corners now. Like a lot of your cap is going to two corners. That's it's crazy to see that. That you got Byron Jones, Calvin Noyd, Devontae Parker, Jordan Howard's over there. You have young people though, Matt Breida.
Yeah.
You got
All
young,
right,
but
gentlemen, pick 11 is in. All right, so with the 11th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Profits going with the Green Bay Packers. They're honestly they're a sleeper team in my opinion. They've got obviously, I mean, not that a lot of people are going to use Aaron Rodgers in Madden because of how old he is and they drafted Jordan Love, but they've got him on X Factor. They've got Jair on X Factor, I'm pretty sure. They've got what's his name, the pass rusher on Superstar. They still got a fast user. They have Devonte Adams on X Factor, and he's got that receiver apprentice. I think it's outside apprentice he's gonna have. I mean, they've got a lot of young players too.
yeah. I guess the only thing
Yeah,
people are
their
thinking,
secondary is pretty good.
of course, like even in real life, is their wide receiver core. It's gonna be your main thing is gonna be your wide receiver core. Is trying to build them up. But the Packers aren't a bad pick, especially at pick 11.
Alright, so next up we got Travis Ross. I'm not sure if he's watching this, so I'm gonna send him a PM here, let him know it's his pick, and start the timer. Okay, he's paying attention. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. Well, with the 12th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Travis Ross is going with the Denver Broncos.
Ooh. Pick number 12, not a bad, actually a pretty young team. That's a pretty young team. You can build a lot of them up. I think that's a team that could, win a Super Bowl year 2 and further down the line with how young the team actually is. Yeah, of course, you have a few spots that you have to plug, but I think that that's a pretty good pick, especially right now.
Yeah. There's a few teams I'm surprised didn't go before the Broncos, but overall I would say it's a good pick too. I'm surprised that there's the Eagles and the Texans. I'm surprised to see fall this far. Texans because they do have obviously escape artist Sean Watson, but the Eagles is such a good team overall too.
I think that's, my pick is next, and I think that's what's that's what I'm looking at right now, especially because I said I was going to go, in a competitive division. I wanted to be better than I was, especially last year. If people watch those streams, I was not doing well in Madden 20, and right now, there's your division with, KO and you, and then there's Ungwe and them over there.
We'd welcome you with open arms in the AFC North.
I know, but that is another thing, though. There are really decent, really good teams still out there. You have the Texans, you have the Titans, the Eagles, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints. But I think I know who I'm going with. I'm pretty sure this is going to be just because of their team.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. So, with the 13th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Avengers is going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
I had to. They're still the young team and everything. Joe Burrow's throw power is going to be a problem, but they're a young team. You can build them, and the competition. I really, really want that competition. So I think this is where I want to be.
This is the place to be if you want that competition, because KO's gonna give you a run for your money, and we always have pretty good matchups with each other.
Oh yeah, like I said.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Next pick on the board is Ash. I think Ash knows already. I think the Eagles got to be picked soon. There's no way that they can fall too much longer.
Yeah, that's like I said. That was the difficult part. Was there still so many teams that I did not expect to be there at pick 13.
Damn. Is anyone else's GroupMe acting like weird today, or is it just me? Because GroupMe has closed itself I don't know how many times today.
I was having that problem yesterday with it, where it wasn't loading any messages. This just in, just traded Joe Burrow to the Baltimore Ravens for a seventh. That ain't happening. That's just a dumb thing to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next pick is in. With the 14th pick in the Combo League team selection, Ash is going with the Washington football team.
Really? All right, that was kind of a surprise for me. But like, if you look on paper and you look at their, not even overalls, but you look at ages and everything, that is a damn young team that you can build. And Ash has been a great team builder, actually.
I am a little surprised. I know we said it already, but the Redskins, excuse me,
The Redskins. It's the Redskins,
the
guys.
football
That's what
team.
we're calling it. I'm calling it the Redskins.
It's going to be hard not to call them that in leagues and stuff. But the Washington team, I'm surprised they were picked before the Eagles. Obviously, do have good pieces there, and they're going to have a great D line this Madden.
Oh yeah, Chase Young especially. Being part of that, you have Montez Sweat. You have a lot. Leonidas, a lot of talent. Even on offense, Dwayne Haskins going into his second season, he's still young. You have young receiver. O-line is going to be a little iffy for that team, but for some teams that is also the case.
You are kind of cutting out a little bit. I don't know if you're far from your PlayStation, but. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next pick is in. With the 15th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Jay Clark is going with the Atlanta Falcons.
Not a surprise. That's his favorite team.
Yeah, if you were reading the chat today, he was also saying all day he was picking the Falcons in the chat.
Yeah.
Because everyone was in the chat was trolling today. Like, everyone was trolling. So when he kept saying Falcons, I thought he was just saying that because, like, we expected him to pick the Falcons, but he would be going somewhere else. But in the end, he did pick his favorite team, the Atlanta Falcons.
Not much to say about him. Still.
Wow, that picture still has him in it.
Still a good all-around team, especially with the addition of Todd Gurley in Madden. It's gonna really help.
Alright, my GroupMe is just going dumb right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with these pictures to let people know who's available still, but I think one posted. It's still saying there's like 2 pending, which is dumb because I didn't even.
The last one took the football team off.
It should be upgraded, the Falcons.
It is. It posted. So I'm actually surprised a few teams have, fallen. Texans, Eagles. They've fallen farther than I thought they would have. Especially in Madden terms.
I can just switch devices here or something.
They get to be going soon, I think. I think it just depends on who wants to be, focused in and trying to get in that division. Good.
Alright, Lil Vic was another one that wasn't reading the chat, so I'm going to send him a PM if I can.
Hey, a prediction I made in the chat might come true. Or I said the Panthers fall to the 25th to 32nd spot.
I am really surprised that the Texans and Eagles are still there.
Yeah.
It's
the Saints.
I'm
surprised the Saints are actually still there themselves. besides, a few older pieces like Drew Brees, you got talent there.
Yeah.
Which one of those three, or which one between the Texans and the Eagles, who do you think goes first? Who do you think gets picked up first?
It's hard to say because if they've both fallen this far, it's really hard to say. But I want to say the Texans just because of Escape Artist Deshaun, and maybe it's like Escape Artist isn't as big of a deal this year, but like if you look at Last Man, you like be questioning why the Texans would still be open at this point with Deshaun.
I think the Eagles, I don't know much about, if it's their cap, but I know it's, a lot of their players, even at the receiver position, is because of age.
Yeah.
It's they have a lot of older pieces, and not knowing how long they're gonna actually last if you have the traits to keep them going or not.
So still no word from Vic. I sent him the PM at 5:43, so we'll give him, or sorry, I'm West Coast, so I'll say 8:43 Eastern. So we'll give him
3 more minutes.
until, yeah, we'll give him another 3 minutes.
That's his time limit. He's got 3 minutes. A lot of teams open and a lot of open rooms in these divisions, guys. I'm actually wondering who's going to take the last team in our division now. Who's going to take the Steelers?
Yeah, with them, I think they're probably gonna fall a little further. I don't think they're getting picked this early. Getting picked.
I don't know. I could see him dropping into the 20s, of course.
Alright, we have about a minute and a half here until we skip. See how the divisions are shaking up so far. I think obviously, well, so far, I'd say AFC North is most competitive. Um, I mean the West is pretty competitive too. NFC West.
There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talented users spread out this time.
My group is crashing when I'm trying to send a message.
Eagles got good one top. Oh, Little Vic did answer.
He's messaging me now though, so let's see here. See what he goes with.
A lot of talent. It's spread out in these, like you said, the AFC North and the NFC West are kind of the two stacked right now, but there's still a lot of picks and a lot of good users to go. It's going to be a competitive year. It's going to be a lot of people, and there might be a lot of people who miss playoffs, even with the 7 playoff teams.
Alright, he's typing now.
About Eagles and Texans.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in.
All right.
With the 16th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Lil Vic goes with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Surprised over the
They're
Texans and the Eagles, but they're
I'm a little surprised too, but the Raiders are a pretty good team. I feel like because they've got a lot of young pieces. I think do they have any picks from that Mac trade left over? I think this last draft was their last year for that.
I think that this was their last, but you already got people like Josh Jacobs, and now you added well, who was it? Rager? No, not Rager. That was the Eagles. Man, I can't remember the receiver's name. He's got a lot of speed. Could help out that offense, especially if this is a passing. Ruggs, thank you. Derek Carr is still a viable option at the quarterback. Marcus Mariota is over there. So you got two decent viable options. The defense has a lot of youth, especially on the D line and the secondary. I would hate to say it, but I don't think they're a win now team. But coming the next 2-3 seasons, I think they're a viable option for a Super Bowl. Could be totally wrong, but that's what I see when looking at the Raiders.
I agree, but I think with the speed that Ruggs brings, and I mean they have a pretty good offense now, and Derek Carr is kind of a question mark. I like him personally, but a lot of people don't care for him, especially on Madden. So we'll see what that looks like going forward with the quarterback situation.
Carr or Mariota. I guess that's what unless they do trade to get someone else, but I feel like Vic's gonna stick with one of the two.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. So with the 17th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, your boy is going with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Surprised they dropped this far. Got a really good pick for him, though.
Yeah, they were another team that, or a team we didn't mention, but they were a team that really could have gone top 10. They have a great defense, a really good defense. They do have some old players on that defense, but they do have a lot of really good young players
Joey Bosa
on the team.
Win James. They've just picked up Justin Herbert. Austin Eckler is your running back. Of course, you got Keenan Allen as your number one wide receiver. They have talent, and I think he got a steal at number 17.
Yeah, that's definitely a steal.
And the Eagles, Texans still there. The Saints are still there. The Bills, Jets, and Patriots. A lot of teams that are still there, and some of the teams it's not surprising that they're still there, but some of them you would think they would have gone top 15.
Yeah, it's with the exception of the Texans and the Eagles, we're getting to the point where like there's all these mid-tier teams available, but they're all still like really good teams to build.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they don't have those high-end X factors like some of the higher teams do, but they're still going to be really good teams to build this Madden.
Who is next up on our pick? We have Boss Celtics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see Boss going. I want to say the three teams that I could see is Eagles, maybe just the Eagles, the Panthers, or maybe the Titans/Texans, because the Titans still have a actually a decently good team there. Yes, now if you look at overall wise, from like the two players, it drops very low for the other players, but you know, it's still a viable option for a team.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next pick is in. With the 18th pick in the Combo League Team Selection Draft, Boss Celtics goes with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, man, went to the Bills.
Yeah, that they are a mid-tier team that I would want. I really like their roster. They've got it seems like on every level they've got a great player. Like Josh Allen, I think is going to be fun to build. He's still young to build him the way you want him. He's got that strong arm. I'm excited for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. You got
Tre'Davious White. I'm
Ed
pretty sure he's on
Oliver.
X Factor.
You still have Ed Oliver, Micah Hyde, Edmonds. Edmonds at the middle linebacker position, who still is going to be a good one.
Yeah, and they also have what's the other linebacker they have who's really fast? I forgot his name.
Uh, not, not too sure.
He's not that high of an overall, but I know he's pretty fast. But anyways, and then their safeties are pretty good still too. I mean, obviously
Micah
they're up there in
Hyde.
age, but Micah Hyde, I think he's got that flat. I think it's the flat ability. I could be wrong. He's got one of those. He's got like it's either the outside coverage or it's like that flat ability.
You're talking about Boshawn Joseph. That's
Yeah.
He's not a high overall, but he's still young. You could run 3-4 using him, or let him do his own thing and hope he does well. But yeah, they have a lot of talent. Uh, would be a team I would have chosen. But if I was, this far back, I think he chose a great team to build and take to the Super Bowl at this point.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next pick is in. So with the 19th pick in the Combo League Team Selection Draft, Michael is going with the New York Giants. It's not a surprise that he's picking the Giants. I'm pretty sure he's a Giants fan too. But obviously, how are the Eagles the last team in that division to go?
Age.
That's true, but
Age is
just looking at
that's
them,
the only
it's
factor I can give you is age. Maybe cap. The cap space. That's all it. But Giants, you got Saquon, of course. Daniel Jones is still young. You have Evan Ingram, Tate. A some spots on the O line that are good. Gonna have to fill a little bit more. But for it's this far, whoever he picked decently. But like you said, the Eagles and the Texans are still there. You have the Jets still there, who in my opinion are a little bit younger and all-around better team on paper than the Giants.
yeah.
But
Well,
whoever
the
gets the
Giants
Eagles
have a
is,
lot of like young players to build. Like I think, what's the left tackle? What's his name that they drafted? I forgot.
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah, I will say, they did kind of, they underrated him quite a bit
Oh
on
yeah.
Madden, but he's still going to be a good player to build. They've still got, what's his name at guard,
Zeitler.
who's pretty young. Well, Zeitler, but I'm talking about the young one.
Oh, Hernandez.
Yeah, Will Hernandez.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've got a lot of stuff to build. They've got some good young players on the D line. You got Darius Slayton, a good young receiver.
Yeah, they got talent. They have talent, and if he does it right, he's gonna be a force. I can't wait to see how that division goes this year versus last year with me, KO, Lil Killa, and the old Giants user. I want to see what they can do with that division this year. Who's gonna be on top?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our pick is in. So with pick number 20 of the Combo League team selection order, Arthorpe is going with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Great pick. Even if
Yeah, it's
at number 20, you got the Eagles, who are top 10, top 12 team. That's a good pick.
yeah, really good pick. Obviously, a steal taking them this late, and like they're a win now team. I can see Arthorpe doing a lot of damage in the NFC East. We'll have to see how that turns out with him. But they also, pretty much every other team this Madden, they've got a lot of young pieces to build around.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Bang Benji.
Where do you think Bang Benji's landing? Where do you think he would take at this point? I'm going.
It's hard to say because
I want to. I really want to say Panthers is the one I'm thinking he goes, but I can see really Bears or Lions for Bang Benji. I know, like, there's a lot of other teams he could take, but those three teams, would suit him as a player.
Yeah. So, I PM Benji. I don't know if he's gonna make it because he did send me his top 5 teams, and there is a team still left on his top 5. So I don't know if he's going to be here to make his pick or not. So we'll give him his 5 minutes, and then if he has not made his pick by then I'll give him the team that's on his list.
A lot of talent on these teams. It's been I've actually had fun with these naming off these teams and talking about. We got a lot of good users taking some teams that you wouldn't think they would take, and it's really cool to do this. A lot of
Yeah, I
different.
mean, I'm surprised with some people's picks though. Not necessarily based off of like that team's skill or stuff, but I know there's a few die-hard fans in the league who usually end up taking their favorite team, and I'm honestly surprised some of them have passed up on their favorite team.
That's true.
Obviously, me included. Most of you know the Seahawks are my favorite team, and this was a good year to take them, but obviously just I went with the Ravens instead.
Yeah.
But let's see here, I'm looking back.
I haven't actually taken my favorite team since Madden 17. I actually, when I had a chance to take them, I kind of usually pass them up because I like to run with different teams and try to build them.
Yeah, I'm looking to see here. We've got one team chosen in the AFC South, and that was our Tyga Jimmy Doe going with the Colts, and one team chosen in the NFC North, and that was Prophet taking the Packers. Are we gonna see anyone join them soon? Or you got the Texans in the South. That could be a pick coming up here soon. The teams in the AFC or the NFC North, sorry, I don't know. I feel like they could probably fall a little more. I mean, I really wouldn't mind having like the Vikings or even still the Bears.
I think what scares people about the Bears is, the two quarterbacks you have.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a lot of cap. But I don't know. I could see, the Texans or Titans going pretty soon. I don't know much. I don't think the Jags. I could see the Jags falling. But if we were going NFC North, maybe I would say the Lions have the best chance of going sooner than the Vikings or Bears.
No, see, I'm kind of like agree with you in a sense of I feel like the Lions are going to be a better team than a lot of people think that they are. I still see them falling a little bit just because of that mentality of, oh, it's the Lions. Like, anyways, all right. So the next pick is in. Bang Bidji did come in to make his pick. Let's see here. So with the 21st pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Bang Bidji goes with the New Orleans Saints.
I'm surprised. I actually am surprised he went with the Saints. Out of the teams that are left, that the Saints would be like they have talent. Everybody knows that they got talent. Drew Brees is still good to use, but I'm actually surprised he went there, especially with the like really the Texans being a viable option.
All right, so as you guys hopefully already know, the first, as we talked about Saturday night, the first 21 picks were guys that were in the original Combo League this year. So the remaining picks are all people who they could have been in our leagues, just not in the original combo. So you'll still see some familiar names coming up here. Next on the list, we do have King Ward. I know he was in the fantasy draft league with some of us, probably more than half of us. He was a pretty good user in there. Obviously, there's some pretty good teams still up on here for him, so I can see him doing a lot of damage with almost any team he picks. Let me see here. I'll tag him and PM. I think he's watching the stream, so he might know it's his pick, but because he did comment on the stream a few minutes ago. Let's see here.
A lot of viable options for him to pick from.
I think he's gonna go with the Texans. It's like from last year. I remember him being I think he had a pretty good passing scheme, and the Texans would be a good team to do that with.
Oh yeah. It's my pick. Nope.
Right. His pick is in, but I haven't seen it yet because my group me is still messing up. So let me just close. Give me a second here. Just keep saying connecting, even though I have good internet. But all right, so the pick is in. With the 22nd pick in the Combo League team selection draft. Yeah, it keeps closing again. And yeah, I know what King Ward is going with the Carolina Panthers.
Mm.
Alright, I might need to switch here. Now it keeps closing. Every time I open it, it just closes. So, let me see, I might have to switch to my iPad real here.
Well, I was wrong. Since I said Panthers were going between 25 and 32, they went earlier than that. But you got talent. You do. You still actually have talent, even with the loss of Luke Kuechly and Bradbury. You got Christian McCaffrey and Panthers, thank you. You know, you got Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. And Robbie Anderson joined the Panthers. Gives another weapon. Curtis Samuel. Brian Burns. Drafted Derek Brown. Got a lot of young players on the Panthers. In some really good spots. What do you think?
I'm honestly not sure here. I'm sure.
We're having some technical difficulties, guys. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to. All right. Sorry. I hate Groomy sometimes. I really do. There's times where I want to go back to band. I mean, I like Groomy better as a whole, but band didn't do this crash out stuff and play with you and all this BS. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. In just a second here. I'm pretty sure everyone knows because they saw them in the chat. But anyways, with the 23rd pick in the Combo League team selection order, cash out is going with the Tennessee Titans.
You know, picks from now on are still good picks. The teams that people are picking up now, I can't really say who I would say is the worst team from here on out. But, you know, like I said, you know, wide receivers are young, defensive backs are young D-line, and young pretty much besides, you know, your quarterback and your part of your offensive line. This team is a team to build for the future.
Alright, let's see here. So next up on the board we got Randy Millaris. He was a pretty good defensive user last Madden. And there are still a few teams with really good defenses to build around here. The Rams especially. Obviously having Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Still got a few other good pieces on that defense too, yeah.
You gotta book them.
Kind of question mark on the offensive side of the ball, but I know Cooper Kupp's got some decent abilities this Madden. Obviously Texans still there, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's Texans, Steelers, you know. Steelers, you got Juju, Minka, Connor, Bush. You have some talent on that Steelers side, and I'm surprised, you know, no one's wanted to take them.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in. With the 24th pick in the Combo League team selection draft, Randy Millaris is going with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh, we got our last member up here in the AFC North.
And looking at this is going to be a stacked division. It's going to be a
tough one, and I'm loving it already. I'm loving it already of how tough it's going to be. I think at the end of the day, for me, if you know making playoffs or even just or making the Super Bowl, it makes me feel better that it was against competition that we have right now in the AFC North.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, honestly. It's gonna be interesting to see how this works out, especially with seven teams now being able to get in each conference. But yeah, this AFC North is going to be pretty stacked here. Anyways, next up on the board, we got Frederick Jackson. Oh no.
Because actually, Randy said he was gonna take the Patriots. Actually,
Let me take a look here at.
welcome, Randy. Glad to see you join us.
Alright. So I'm not sure if he's here, but he did send me his list, and there it looks like there's one team on his list left, but okay, so it looks like he's here. Read my DM, so let's see what he decides to do. I think honestly, it's going to be interesting getting down to these last few picks because there's the last few Maddens, it was always like you knew who was going to be picked 32, but even this year, I could see a few teams left on this list being picked 32. You get the Lions, who as I've said already, or I think a lot of people sleep on them. I think the Jets could potentially be last. Patriots, obviously, because they lost a lot and they're still kind of an old team. But the Jets, I don't think as much since they have those extra first round picks, even from losing Jamal, and they still actually do have some pretty good players that can be built.
I think people are forgetting that, though, sometimes that the Jets actually have some extra picks because of Jamal. And like you said, the Lions have that stipulation surrounding them about being the worst team. The past few Maddens have been that way with the Lions. I don't know. I can see the Vikings going last.
I don't know. Dalvin Cook alone is enough for me to draft them
Yeah,
at
but
this point.
if it is a passing Madden, I'm not saying running is gonna be unviable, but if passing is gonna be what the majority of people run, you got Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. You just lost Stephon Diggs. You not team isn't fully there. That is if you really want a team to build, in my opinion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the
Lost
pick
Everson
is
Griffin
in.
too.
That's true. Okay. With the 25th pick in the Combo League Team Selection Draft, Frederick Jackson is going with the Chicago Bears.
Would say pretty good defense. That team has a really good defense. Now the offensive part is kind of where you get a scary little like
Yeah, they
is it
still do have Allen Robinson. They still got Tariq Cohen, who maybe may not be as good as Madden now, but he still is a pretty fast small back who could be pretty agile.
good receiver sometimes.
Yeah, that's
But I
true.
think your main priority there is, your quarterbacks. I'm not saying
Yeah,
unviable, but you know, because of real life, Mitch Trubisky's taken his overall and his attributes are down, and I can't even remember his name now. But the other one, you know, he was injured pretty much all of last season, so he's down too. I don't know. There's some viable options to trade for quarterback for some of these teams. You could still maybe get a decent backup that you can start.
All right, so next up is Bryce Suave, Montana. Um, he did send me a list, but unfortunately for him, all the teams on his list were taken. Um, that is why I said send me a list realistic to your pick. But we'll see here if he responds in time to make his pick. Okay, looks like he read the DM, so let's see what... I'm glad that so far everyone's made their pick. Everyone has shown up. Nobody has missed their pick.
Oh yeah, that was kind of what I was afraid of. Is
Yeah.
a couple people were gonna miss and get pushed to the back.
Let's see which direction he decides to go. Obviously, still here a lot of... Well, not there's not a lot of teams left, but...
The Texans are still there. They've dropped far.
Alright, I actually misread his list, which is my fault, but he did respond, and I'm gonna wait for him to confirm before I announce his pick. Alright, the pick is in. With the 26th pick in the Combo League team selection order, Bryce Suave Montana is going with the Los Angeles Rams.
That division is now filled. Pretty good pick in my opinion. Yeah, they're you lost Brandon Cooks and Todd Gurley, but you know you got some pieces on the defensive side. They've kind of stacked up the defense a little bit more.
I am honestly now, even at this point, I'm surprised the Texans and the Jags are both here.
I am too. Well, the Jags maybe not so much, especially with Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye being gone. They're gone now, but the Texans is a little bit more. I know DeAndre's gone off that team, but they've added some pieces to it.
So next on the list here is Mark Baker. Let's send a message to here. I think he's gonna go. I honestly think he's going Texans here. There's no way, because knowing his history, he's always gone with the Ravens. That has been his favorite team, and he's always done a lot with Lamar Jackson. Knowing that, he's got to go Texans. He's got to take Deshaun. Deshaun would be a perfect fit for his style of offense.
And I think it's the last viable option for his scheme.
Yeah. He could make something with some of the other teams, but I just don't see him skipping out on the Texans.
Especially this late.
Okay, now we have our first fool in the chat.
Our first fool in the chat.
mercy. You got someone who picked a team when it's not even their turn to pick yet. Alright, let's see here.
They say the line's gonna fall, but you never know. Lions could be picked before pick 32.
Yeah, this guy in the chat here who picked he changed his name to the Lions, and it's not his pick yet. He might get lucky and end up with the Lions, but I mean,
Has he messaged you back?
which one? The guy who's up or the guy who picked?
Mark.
No, he is not messaging back.
Ooh.
He's got 2 minutes left.
It's been a great draft. A lot of unusual picks.
Looks like we might have our first skip coming up here.
We were doing so well. And he didn't give you a list?
He did not give me a list. Gotta see here.
Yeah, our chat's talking about in other leagues. Texans got picked early. 9-14. Well, they've fallen down here.
Alright, it has officially been 5 minutes, so it looks like we do have our first skip.
Oh, man.
So next up on the clock was it's your boy Okiki. I'm guessing that's how you say it. He was the one who did kind of pick prematurely in the chat, but lucky for him, no one wanted that team before he was able to take them. So I guess we will give them to him. So officially, with pick number 29, it's your boy Okiki goes with the Detroit Lions.
Congrats. Congrats for getting the Lions.
At this point, every team that goes, we're going to keep saying, I'm surprised I went before the Texans.
Oh, yeah. Well, if they don't get picked, Mark Baker actually might get the Texans at the end.
There's no way that they fall to 32. I wish I had. Well, I don't wish I had that pick, but I wish I like honestly like this would have been a good time to have pick like 20 because you would have gotten the steal of the century with the Texans there.
Yeah.
All right, so next up on the clock is number 30, Jay Pittman. Let's see here.
What do you got, Jay? What are you gonna show us?
Let's see here. Where's he at?
Did we skip some of
Oh
it?
shoot. My bad. We actually did have Day going here. I'm sorry, I got a little trying to do
Yeah, that's what I was
four
like.
things at once here. We had Mark Baker, and then next up is Day. So, if Day chooses the Lions, then he will. Ichiboy Okiki will have to give them up. So, we'll give Day a chance to pick here. My
sorry
fault.
about that. Yeah, sorry about that, Day.
Yeah, my fault for skipping him here. I just flustered with a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah. Got David Johnson, another pass. Day don't take Texans. Day do take Texans. Day. Jags should have went way sooner. I don't know about that one.
They still have a good defense, honestly, to build around. Some good young receivers. But with as good as all these teams are now, it's not a surprise that they fell. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our pick is in. With the 28th pick in the Combo League Team Selection Draft, Day is going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get them marked off the list here.
So Jags before Texans too.
So now we have Ichiboy Okiki, who,
Once
once again, I guess we'll let him stay with the Lions here. So next up on the board is number 30, Jay Pittman.
Randall Cobb somehow got paid. Jags low-key nice. Fast wide receiver, safety, running back, and young ass defense. That rookie cornerback is 93 speed and superstar. Oh, superstar running back. Okay. Surprised. AF, you didn't go Texans to Day. Yeah, and a lot of the starters aren't good Madden-wise.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our pick is in. With the 30th pick in the Combo League Team Selection Draft, we got Jay Pittman going with the Houston Texans.
Oh, there's the Texans right after. I don't know.
And
Still got
I'm really excited to see how this goes because
still got a young team with the Texans. Got a lot of
Yeah, I
players.
mean they're
They're
not a
not
bad
the
team. They're
yeah. You could say oh, but overalls, but I wouldn't even go with that. You know, just get built up and everything else.
and even just having Deshaun Watson is gonna be like that's enough for me to pick them right there.
Yeah. I like Deshaun. You got JJ, of course, Deshaun, but I also still like Justin Reed. So we got three teams: the Patriots, the Jets, and the Vikings. Ooh, the Vikings are one of the last three. Lima, do the Vikings go last? Will the Vikings go last? Day said Vikings was my other option. Well, I'm glad you didn't go Vikings, because then Ah, no, never mind. Bitch. I knew Pats would be damn near last. Yep. Still has, some, some, you know, decent talent on that team.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay here. Next up we had Tay Williams, and you see in the chat, Tay Williams did go with the Vikings at pick 31.
Which ruins it, because I was hoping the Vikings would go last. I've been close
So
every time, too.
it would be, honestly, like, it'd be interesting to see them go last. I wouldn't think that they'd have the roster to go last, but... Anyways, the two teams we have left here are in the same division, which is interesting.
The Jets and the Patriots.
We'll hit up GKB, and Mark Baker is still not here, so it's looking like he is going to get the last pick, whoever is available. Which I'm not going to say anything, but I hope on his end he sees what he did, because we did warn people ahead of time. So hopefully he doesn't get too upset about that.
We did say, give us the list. If you couldn't make it, you will be skipped. And you gave a bunch of chances and everything else.
Yeah, I give a lot of warnings in the chat, and I even PM'd every single person and let them know.
So we got Jets and we got Patriots. Who is going next? At pick 31, technically.
Yeah, technically it is pick 31. Alrighty here, so message him a message, let's see, because he thinks he was picking last, so he might have just thought he was getting whatever team was left, so let's see what he does here. So what we're going to do here, since he technically was the last pick, he might not know that we skipped anyone, but I still told him that you get 5 minutes to pick, so we'll give him his 5 minutes, and then what we'll do is, if we do end up going past the 5-minute limit with him, then what we'll do is we'll unofficially end the draft, and we will say whoever shows up first between the two people that we missed will be able to pick first within a reasonable time. Like if neither of them show up at all, tonight, maybe through tomorrow morning, then we might just end up replacing them since they were gone that long. And I mean, they knew that the draft was tonight, so we'll see what happens here. He could come and make his pick. He's still got a few minutes left.
Went off without a hitch, in my opinion. This was a great stream. Y'all were like really active in the chat, and we thank y'all for that. While we're waiting.
Yeah, I am happy with the turnout. I will say that. Like, I feel like we went through pretty quick. I mean, like an hour, and with 5 minutes per pick, and a lot of people picked pretty quickly. An hour, I would say, an hour and a half, maybe a little longer than an hour and a half, isn't bad.
No, and everybody was being interactive in the stream chat and in the Combo League chat on whatever it's called, whatever the stupid group me. And it's been really cool to see y'all like this. There's a lot that really means a lot to us. It's a lot of support. We always thank y'all for showing up and giving us all the support y'all give us. It's just been really cool to see this. To see the turnouts the last 2 streams.
We'll give him another minute here.
KO, thank you, man. Thanks for saying we did great. We will see. Me and Lehman will see you week 1 and week 2 of the regular season, my man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for this year.
I'm actually
excited for the fight in this division.
I wasn't really excited in Madden 20, but this year I don't know why. Even win or lose, I'm just excited to get out there and play again. Play against the competition that's out here.
All right, so it's hit 5 minutes for him. So I guess with this, it's unofficially, I guess you could say unofficially, but officially the end to the live draft. Unofficially the end to the draft since there's 2 unpicked teams still. Like I said, we'll give them maybe through tonight to come in. Whoever comes in first can pick the team they want between the 2 open teams. We'll see if possibly we need to replace them, but won't get into that too much right now.
Yeah, great draft, guys. Really smooth with everybody picking and everything, and everybody talking to each other.
Yeah, I'm glad it went by this fast. Honestly, I thought it was going to take a little longer than this.
It was a great draft. Respect to everybody in the league. Respect to everybody in the chats. For both chats, everybody was great. Everybody was respectful to each other and everything else. It was really good. Like I said, I've said it at the beginning. I said it in chat, but if y'all do want to support us, just hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us put us out there. Both Twitters, the ANL Live Twitter and the Combo League Twitter, are in the description. Follow those so we can build the league and this channel side by side. Like I said at the beginning, y'all are all great. Just the interactions, like I said, everybody was very interactive with each other during this, and I hope everybody keeps that same energy and that same hype through the entire year of Madden and Combo League. Who you guys got winning each division? Ooh. Oh, okay.
Well, let's take a look here.
That's
It's hard to say.
There's a lot of talent.
Let me go through here. Hang on. GroupMe's still going slow as shit. It keeps crashing on my iPad and my phone. Um, I'm not gonna. I guess we'll start with the AFC North. So we're both in that division. There are a lot of talent in this division. I could honestly see it. I don't want to say too much with the skill level. We got to see how people adjust to the new Madden. Obviously, sometimes it does take a little longer for others. On year one, I can see it going to anyone. Maybe as we get a little further along, I think it might narrow down a bit, but 'cause I don't want to predict my own division because I don't want to say me because I'm being too overconfident, but I also don't want to say another user and sound like a little bitch. But
Everybody's gonna say themselves.
yeah,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna play my heart out to try to win, but it's gonna be a fight. Everybody's gonna be fighting for spots. To say, and just because someone wins their division doesn't mean really anything. You could win your division and still get knocked out first round playoffs.
yeah. So I guess next the AFC South. I think Day Day on the Jags. There's just some like a few people that I don't know in the league, like as far as like their play style. But in that division, I think from experience, I think Day Day is probably one of the better players in that division. So I see him winning the AFC
Um,
South.
I forgot who got the Colts. Was Oh my lord, who got the Colts?
It was Jimmy Doe.
Jimmy Doe. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a very long fight between Jimmy Doe and Day Day, but I want to lean towards more that Jimmy takes the Colts and does some really cool stuff with them. That's who I'm gonna go. I'm going with Colts. So I'm putting my money on you, Jimmy Doe, man. You better not let me down.
Going down to the AFC West, I think I gotta say get your game up.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Sorry guys. Or he's a great user. He's got the Chiefs.
yeah,
Maybe
like the
year 2 or year 3 there'll be a fight with the Raiders and the Broncos.
AFC East is hard to say now because there's still two open teams, and the two users who are left have from previous Maddens have been pretty good. So it's kind of really hard to say in the East right now. I guess best person in there now is probably Dalvin. Let's see here. Going to the NFC North, I think I got Profit winning that division too, because there's a person or two in there that I'm not too familiar with. But Frederick Jackson on the Bears might be a pretty good matchup for Profit though, because he was doing pretty decent.
Hmm. I don't know. I think I'm going underdog. Lions. Gonna come out of nowhere. He's gonna help build that team even in year 1, and I think he's gonna take it. That's what I'm going with. So I got my money on the Lions, guy. Don't quote that at the end of the season, unless he wins. Where are we going next?
I'm looking through here for a few things. I forgot who took the Panthers. Oh, King Ward. That's right. Yeah. I'd say he's probably got the best chance to win that division. But the Bucks, Trey
Yeah,
Chris is really good on defense.
and
He
he's
said
got
in,
he's got a really good defense, a really fast user. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go Trey Chris. just because if we're talking year one, I think Trey Chris has that win now mentality and that win now team built around at the beginning. So I think I'm gonna have to say Trey Chris has the best chance of my win, at least winning the division. That's all we're saying, winning division.
Yeah. All right, going on to the NFC East. I think there's about two users in there who are on almost the same level with each other, and that's Caleb on the Cowboys and then Michael on the Giants. Michael was only in combo for a little bit, so a lot of us haven't seen how he played, but I have seen him in other leagues, and he is pretty good. But I think I'm going to give the edge in this one to Caleb because he does have the better team, at least in the early years, because Michael is on the Giants. So Caleb does have the advantage there.
You're sleeping on Ash this year.
Ash could make a run a little later on, but I think early years it'll be Caleb.
Yeah, I think so. I think because of the team, like right now, like I said, the Redskins have a young team, so they're gonna be okay. The Redskins have a young team that could be built, so give them a season or two, and I think they can fight for that spot. But yeah, you're right. Caleb, being a great user, having a great team, gotta take the cake.
I think the last division, NFC West, I think that's honestly going to be a really tough division because you got Ungwe on the Cardinals. You got what's his name?
Sorry guys, we're forgetting y'all's names now.
I was thinking I forgot Rel took him. So you got Rel on the Niners. You got Brendan on the Seahawks, and then the Rams user. I haven't seen him personally, but from what I've heard, he's a pretty good user too. So all those guys in there are good users, and honestly, I could see that going to anyone.
Michael, not Mike, Rel Lewis, and Brendan, right? Has the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Rel Lewis and that's just because of how the teams are both those teams are really actually have a lot of talent. Even if you're saying that they're older, I think they have a lot of talent. Ungwe, of course, great user. The Cardinals, you have Kyler, you have DeAndre, Patrick Peterson, Buda Baker, but they're not as stacked as the team on the Cardinals as the Seahawks.
The NFC West. I think is going to be one of those divisions where it's like someone different winning it every year.
I feel like that's going to happen for a few divisions.
Yeah,
because like I said, there's a lot of talent, and there's a few people that we haven't seen personally play, and I actually can't wait to see what they can do.
So, what are you thinking about like short-term Super Bowl, like year 1, year 2?
What teams would I say are gonna have the most chance of making it there?
Yeah, or like who do you think's gonna win? Maybe make it there or win it.
If we're going in the NFC side, I would say Seahawks, the Bucks, and the Saints. That are like because of not because of some of their ages of the team, some of their spots. I feel like those three, like Seahawks, you can flip either way, saying it's win now or it's a build. You can still build upon them. But I feel like at least those three on the NFC side. The AFC, on the other hand, win now or short term for the AFC. The AFC are kind of younger teams, but maybe the Texans, because of some of their older positions, they could build behind them, of course, or draft. But I think the Texans, I don't know. The AFC is harder for me to say who's kind of a win now type of team. Maybe the Steelers, they have a lot of older talent, defensive line, offensive, Big Ben. I think those are like the only two teams that, in my head that maybe the Colts. Maybe you could add the Colts in there because of some of their positions, but that's about who I'm thinking like a win now type of team. They really be harder to, build. Not saying you can't, but I'm just saying, they don't have that piece in there to build around at every position. Who are you? What do you think win now?
As far as short term, I'm looking at because as with this Matt, like with us being on comp, I don't know if there's going to be a huge difference from this year and last year, but on it, like the teams themselves are obviously a part of it, but I'm not looking into that too much. I'm still looking at the good users and what they have and what fits their play style. As far as what fits their play style, I'm looking at Get Your Game Up the Chiefs. He's probably going to make a Super Bowl run year one. See him at least going to conference championship, if not beating one of those other tough users in the AFC to get to the Super Bowl. NFC side, I'm thinking short term. I want to say, I really do want to say the Panthers. Maybe Trey Crisp out of that same division. King Ward, the Panthers, was a great passer. That's one of those things where we might even get to see them play each other 3 times the first couple of years, or even throughout the whole league. And I see Caleb coming out of the East. He'll probably make it at least through the divisional round, possibly to conference championship round. But yeah, short term, I do want to say Panthers coming out of the NFC. So Get Your Game Up versus the Panthers, and if that is the case, based off of Madden 20, that would be a high-powered offense matchup right there with some decent defense, but a lot better offense between the two of each other.
It'll be a shootout for sure. It'll be a shootout. Who gets the last score?
And then based on what fits their play style, I want to say Get Your Game Up probably wins that one. Just because Chiefs are stacked on offense, and they really do fit his play style for offense.
Yeah, he has a high-powered scheme, and he's got a high-powered offense for it.
Yeah.
So I could see it.
Long term, I think I'm looking at. I could see Cardinals Ungwe building his team up because he does have Kyler, who he could be good year one. I'm not saying he wouldn't be, but I think it might take a few years to get that team right as far as making a Super Bowl run. I could see him coming along a little further in. Maybe Michael from the NFC East, same thing with the Giants. He's a good user. If he builds that team up a little more, he could make a good run coming out of the NFC. AFC side, I don't know. It's a little harder to say because you got teams like maybe it's really hard to say long term from the AFC because I feel like even the win now teams on the AFC are built to still be there years from now.
I feel like the AFC is kind of more younger than the NFC. Talent wise on the rosters.
Like young talent that's young but also still win now already.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see, the Dolphins being a long term. I could see, of course, Ungwe. You said Mike. I could see Michael. I could see Ash. Both have teams that, have pieces. Got to build them and make those runs, which, like I said, I think that's what's going to make the NFC East a big matchup is, Caleb with the Cowboys and then Michael and then Ash really coming in season 2 and 3 after building teams up a little bit and trying to fight for that division. A lot of talent, guys.
Yeah, we will before, hopefully before Madden comes out, I'm planning on sending out different Twitter profile pictures and AVs. Hopefully I can get that all done before. I mean, I will say they are a little hard to make. I'm not too big into Photoshop myself. I'm not really that big into graphics, so I'm on it. Like, I do have to work a little harder at it than some other people who are more fortunate to be Photoshop savvy and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try and get those out before Madden drops.
Well, I guess, it's kind of all we got right now. Don't worry, more will come once more stuff is needed. But like I said, respect to y'all. Y'all were great. I'm glad y'all came out to support us. It was fun doing this. It's fun being back doing this. I think that's what our league was missing, was doing stuff like this for y'all. Uh, I was happy to be back. I know Lima is. I know Lima's happy to be back.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be back.
But like I said, like, subscribe, help us out. Twitter's in the description. You don't have to. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe. Y'all can just come and go when y'all please. But it would help us build the league and the channel, get it out there, make more people see it. Uh, we'll do more different kind of style videos slash live streams later when Madden drops and we go through every season. We'll do more stuff. I don't have much more to add to you.
No, I've pretty much said all I wanted to say.
I hope y'all did enjoy though. I hope y'all do keep coming back, keep talking with us, keep interacting with everybody in the chat and everything else. And as always, I'm Avengers. Alongside me is Lima.
It was an exciting draft. I'm really looking forward to this year.
So keep that magic, guys. Keep that hype. Keep that energy. Let's make this one of the longest and best years for Combo League. And we will see y'all next time.